can't hear you, bro.
Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Now here's Hayward. No good.
I hate this game. I mean, I hate this. I hate my setup sometimes. Because PS4 just sometimes just, oh man. Because 2K will not let you play the sound, it makes it difficult for me to switch on and stuff like that. Because I had to play I was playing the other game that one of my friends mentioned, which he's out on the chat right now. And I switched it so I can hear the sound in my headphones. And I wouldn't have to do that if 2K would record the sound. Let you record the sound on here. Because my mic would just be standing there and it'd do what it was supposed to do. Very annoying. But that was more so on my fault because it wasn't plugged in all the way. When I was trying to get it back to the right proper setting, it wasn't plugged in all the way. But whatever. I was talking about, what was I saying? About, I was basically saying 2K should have, where you should be wired. It should be wired. Where you basically, like, players in real games actually be, talking, during the game, like talking junk. Talking junk and stuff like that, so.
This is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So you
and it's Irving with the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a 16-point game.
It would just be dope because because they already have a voice for your player anyways. So you just put voice sound bites of him talking junk, stuff like that. None of that little pussy stuff that they had before. I mean in the prelude and stuff like that. Because basically the prelude is in the beginning, he's basically whining how he's not in the league and stuff like that. I don't want ever, like, a lot of us don't care about that kind of crap. As far as, our favorite players, we don't consider them that way. I don't want to have no KD type of situation where I'm, like, crying about something like that. And, like, the nigga's not that good. The guy we start off with in the prelude is not that good. If it was, I keep saying this, if it was real life, you'd be like, that nigga needs to stay another year in college. And that's what Corey Harris, that's what one of his friends, teammate, whatever you want to call him, that's what he was telling him in the cutscenes. It's like, you're not there yet. That's why he had to go to China. He was not there yet. But 2K, can you make him humble? Can you make our character humble next year? Why they gotta be a little crybaby about stuff like that? Like, some players actually are like, I didn't make it this time, but I'm gonna fight to get. What? I mean, we're going on the road to 99 anyways, so I would think that would be your attitude anyways. Not no, I should be here. I don't feel that way as far as my player. That's not how I envision my player, sorry. Crying like a little business. Nobody trying to hear that crap. But yeah, it'd be dope. You like I said, you already have him talking. You already have somebody acting, doing voiceover for your player. So it'd be dope to hear him talking junk to Kyrie, talking junk to what you call it, those type of things. Just and you can hear it like they have like during the game how they're making this camera cut right now. It was like, sure, what's here, what? Because y'all always gotta make some stupid nickname for us. What's here, what AI is saying during the game. I mean, you have to. It's light. It's gonna be light talking anyways because it's rated E for everyone. So it's not even like it's gonna be a big deal as far as that goes. It'll just be fun to hear that crap.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
A lot of my stuff is cosmetic, and iPod made a good point too on one of his videos that my career should be. It should be an NBA experience. Like y'all really, like y'all just added the locker room, which that was nice and all that stuff, but and you got the shootout, you know, before the game and stuff like that. But there's certain things that should be happening in the game. I really want Doris Burke. She don't have to interview every time, but when we get in critical games like this is the championship game. We win this game, we sweep them, and we win the championship. Because this would be our last game to play. So I would love Doris Burke interviewing LeBron James. I've said this several times.
In a big city like Chicago, coming from a small place like South Carolina,
oh, come on.
It was a shock at first.
KG.
By shock, I just never estimated that.
One of South Carolina's finest basketball players.
Chicago has tons of talent.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, you gotta. Especially since the grind is so stupid, like that's all my friend Stefan hears. It's when I'm playing. He's like, I'm like, bro, the grind is just ridiculous. And Stefan knows by nature I am a grinder when it comes to playing 2K. Just when it comes to playing these type of games in general. Like most of us don't mind that, but to play, like most of these guys don't play my career like that. And to have to come in there and play my career is absolutely ridiculous at times. It just is. Because you're not giving nobody any true incentives to, especially when you add the cheese on this. Like, bruh, really?
Starks has got 18 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of
like
buckets right now, Kevin.
Like they can sauce me up, but I can't sauce them up at some points. It's like bump steals. Really? That's what we doing? Like y'all still won't take that out there. It took y'all forever to take pushing out, and you didn't even have the agents right. Agents, you didn't even have to take steal bump. I mean not. You didn't have to take pushing out the game. You just had to de-incentivize people from using it. Meaning, if you push somebody, it's a foul. Because if you push somebody, it's a foul. Whether you're playing in the park or whether you're playing on the court, it's a foul. It's just facts. If you're blatantly pushing somebody, it's a foul. So maybe it'll back off. And maybe people would have backed off and do that. But it took y'all months to patch that. I don't understand how it takes you that long to do something that's it is toxic. I don't play that many park games, and I know that's toxic. Because I don't want to be pushed around in the game like that. And they get rewarded opposed to me getting rewarded. Like, don't get me wrong, when you play basketball in real life, it is tougher, you know, when you play, you know, street ball and stuff like that, it is tougher. And you do take certain things. Nice. This is what I'm talking about. On court badge. That's what I was talking about earlier when I didn't have the sound on. Badge is lovely. That's why I've been ranting about on a lot of mine. Can't wait till I get to 94 to use that. It shouldn't be at 94. Just should. It don't make any sense to wait till 94 to have that. Especially when you're playing my career. That's another restriction, 2K. You have to realize this is a restriction. It's a flow. It's about being able to control the flow of the game. It's called my career for a reason. So that means we should be able, we should know when the GM's getting ready to trade one of our players. We should have input when they're trading, if we want to decline them from trading our player, because it's my career and you're the guy on the team. You implement a little bit more than stuff. Maybe my career would be a little bit more fun. The reason why people want to play my park though in Jordan rank is because they're playing against actual people.
And welcome back to our presentation of the NBA Finals as we get going again.
So I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why people play more park games and stuff like that. Me, I grew up in the era where we didn't even have my career, so I've gotten used to creating players, putting that player on player lock, and just doing full seasons like that. Come on, pass it.
Hey guys, what black hole in that
just listen, because you just got blocked. You didn't have to get blocked in that situation. You just passed it back to me. I know we're winning. I don't care. This was a dominate. Oh, really? That's the animation I was trying to do? Thank you. You better give me the 3 when you do that. Pull that bull.
He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge.
I'm a slasher. By nature, I'm going to go to the bucket. There was no... When I broke his ankles, there's no thought of me hitting the 3 ball. Especially step back in that far. Like, what am I, James Harden out here? Like, come on, my nigga.
NBA champion is everything. If I didn't win any of that individual stuff, I would be totally fine with just being an NBA champion.
Yeah, easy call.
It's his first trip to the line.
I mean, you need to taunt people too on here. Like I was just saying that since 2K17. You need to taunt to people to the point that you might be able to get a tag. Here again, don't add cheese to it though. I don't need you to. I don't need y'all to be doing this whole thing where all of a sudden I press it one time and the refs getting, egregious with it, and I'll get kicked out the game. And now I lost experience points because y'all idiots don't know how to gauge when something's light. If you keep on pressing the button and keep taunting players in that same, in that same drive.
And both free throws good for Starks.
Or you continue to do it drive after drive after drive after drive. Obviously, you should give them a tag. But this is more so for the computer when they do stuff, when you're playing against the computer and they do stuff and you're just like... I mean, it'll be fun obviously it'll work online easier anyways because you're going player versus player. You're going players actually versus player comp. So I mean, double team.
And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot.
So hopefully I'm supposed to be getting Michael Carter. No, not Michael Carter. Michael Porter Jr. Nice shot. And what's that? Oh, Mobama. And Mobama. Boy, since I got 94, I've been saucing up Kyrie. So season 5 is gonna be like ridiculous. So I guess so. My ball handling probably went up. It was like 83 now. So.
here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
Come on, let's
His
go.
first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the
No
most
celebration.
dominant players of this generation? In a generation of great players.
That's weird. That's weird to hear because, you know, you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names. Think of the names.
You know what? When you talk about stats, you talk about
There we go.
numbers.
Take
you,
over.
You know, put them up against. You know,
That's another good thing about
previous
94. The
years.
takeover
You gotta always
since I have
give
a dual
homage to
archetype.
styles. You got to always give homage to organizations.
The takeover is a duo
players,
duo
you know,
now.
Players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but you know the camaraderie and the energy that you're
Which is
get, the friendships, the bonds
more
you're
so
able to
for
get in this,
Park.
you have to give it to your teammates
Or
and
online
others that you-
playing.
that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said, yeah, thank you.
Because
but listen,
in my career, I'm pretty much going to do that.
Goodness. Well, this is why Butler has become a real threat on the offensive end. Yes, he's a great scorer, but he is equally capable and adept at
One thing I
finding the
really
open
need them
guy.
to do, they do need to work on their they got to work on their servers. You cannot keep giving that much money. I mean, people can't receiving that much money in your service are crappy.
Well, guys, his scoring has
Your
been
service
maybe
can be
the
better than
biggest
that.
factor in building
I'm
this
not
league.
saying that I got to be able to move like in my career, which actually would be nice. Because if I could move like I did in my career, besides the fact I don't play Park very much, so I'm not used to that mode like that, I actually could play a whole lot better too. And camera angle.
And so Gobert will bring it up for the
2K, I don't understand why you have two camera angles.
sweet little
And one of them is not even a camera angle anyone uses.
Going anywhere.
Why in the world would you play basketball in the view that you watch the game?
Now guarded by Starks.
Like y'all literally have it. And we literally when we get 2K have to take it out of broadcast mode. So am I watching the game or playing the game, 2K?
Play chance here for him.
They did a better job of getting in.
I'm playing the game.
They lost some of that physical edge here.
What is wrong with y'all?
Free throw line for him tonight.
You shouldn't even have broadcasts on there.
For Utah.
Unless I go computer versus computer, and then something should pop up and say, would you like to watch it in broadcast mode? It's the only time that would be effective for that.
And Ward, no good on that one. For Utah,
Donovan Mitchell
they've gone 7 for
with the
10
dunk.
in the second quarter.
That's another reason why I've constructed my team this way.
Beautiful.
Donovan Mitchell still can shoot the 3-ball better than I can at least.
Tonight from 3-point territory.
Ben can't. I green light with Ben though. I got
From outside the arc,
a video of me green lighting with Ben on my Instagram
Irving's got a pair of triples in the
and my player back to back.
Boy, as aggressive as he's
Back-to-back
been, all
drives.
these shots, they're still behind.
Rudy.
nice shot by Gobert.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Butler with
Oh
the
my
steal.
God.
And now
Really?
here
That's
comes
what we're passing
Simmons
into?
leading the break.
There we
And he
go.
goes down 2 points.
Reason why I don't use X very much either.
Just an amazing feel.
It's not like the stick is that much better though. It's a little bit better.
Reading the floor.
It definitely helps when you're playing like 3-on-3 on Park.
And again, Buxton with the triple.
Obviously, it works perfectly when you're playing 2-on-2.
Three-point percentage has gone
It don't matter where you put what direction you put the stick in.
Puts it in from the low
At that point, when you play 2-on-2 on the Park,
44.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off
I can
the
imagine
players
it'll get
right now,
annoying
how well he's
playing on Jordan Rec or Program
Not
now.
loose.
Come on, let's go.
Starks against Irving.
I think Program you should be able to wear regular clothes though.
Brown's got 4 this
Like, I
quarter.
think it should be
Well, to me,
a
that's
third
excellent
slot.
timing from Jaylen Brown. He
So
shows
basically,
confidence
what I'm
in
wearing
his
right now
teammates trust
in
him.
the
Here's Starks. And it's blocked by
Wow.
Brown.
what I'm wearing right now in the game,
Here's Mitchell.
in the pros, whatever.
That's his 4th basket of the game.
I think you should have
a
a
4 shots off to a good start.
I think you should be able to have a slot for what you're gonna wear after the game. Obviously, I have something what I'm wearing after the game, but
Here's Irving. Pass to Ward.
it's that's also my neighborhood
Shot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass.
gear. So
Mitchell outside. And yep,
I wanted a 3-ball Mitchell, but whatever. We'll take the jump shot.
How impressive is the
Got a double-double already.
Donovan Mitchell. I'll tell you, you better be there on the catch or he's going to make you look silly.
But yeah, that press conference, obviously, and neighborhood, and then have one for Jordan Ray. That way you could just have a little bit more variety what you're gonna be wearing at different points of the game.
He dishes it to Starks.
iPod came in a really good. Well, it's not really a.
Beautiful reverse layup.
It's something that's probably been in the past, or just in games in general. You just have to have better angles and different. Basically a camera mode, and a lot of games have that. And 2K has had galleries and stuff like that before, slideshows in the past. We need that because we like to screenshot and we like to edit our photos and make thumbnails and different stuff like that.
In the paint there.
So I mean, I need to tweet Ben Simmons, man. You want to work on your shot? I got you, especially your foul shot. Not I got you per se, but I know someone. I just need to go down the list and tweet a bunch of basketball players to see if one of them will hit. I'm dead serious, dude, about that. Like, my dad can improve their free throw shots.
Good D by Mitchell. Utah's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
My dad's an excellent free throw shooter. A lot of times it's their mechanics, though, man. You're not standing right. You're arbitrarily bending your knees. Yeah, they teach you to bend your knees when you're shooting the ball. But if you're just bending your knees and then taking a shot, or you, like, out of routine or whatever, it's a one motion type of thing. Just saying. The ball sitting in your hand like Ben Simmons. Like, if they mocapped him correctly from what on this game, the ball sitting in his hand. That's why he can't shoot. Period.
Starts the best of Butler. Starks against Irving. Shot from the low block. And against the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Salsa.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
Look at Brad. Brad, pissed.
75% of the stripe, 6 of 8.
Can't give him a tech for dancing over there? It's ridiculous. There we go.
Good Starks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play Superstar. This is ridiculous. Because I already knew that I was really good at All-Star, but it's like, but playing a whole season, I've legit played a whole season of All-Star this season 4 just to have an easier grind to 94. That was literally the only reason why.
First free throw is good.
But when you start beating people by 40 or more, it's like, I gotta go back up to something harder. It's just that, like I said, if they really do need to work on that and make it a skill base. Like, you can't, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta take the cheese out of y'all games, especially Madden. There is no excuse for you to have linebackers and offensive linemen. I mean, not offensive line, defensive linemen. I don't know why I say offensive linemen, but defensive linemen just catching it and running off. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for Madden to make it where the defense knows exactly what you're doing. If I'm running a corner route and I know my tight end's gonna be open, or it's going to be a one-on-one situation, and you still find a way to get in front of me almost every single time. You don't think that's cheating? Like, come on, man.
Here's Simmons.
It's like, chill out with the cheese. I know y'all got like a cheating algorithm.
Hayward
It may
outside.
sound like paranoia, but it's like
Nice ball movement
it
by
exists
Butler.
in almost every single game. So it's not really paranoia.
Nobody
It's just
around.
something y'all need to take out the
Shot
game.
clearance off target.
Because it's not skill based at this point. It's just it's annoying. It's just an annoying
Jaylen Brown.
And he has really
halt
right here
basically.
after a slow start in that first
Like we find ways around it. Like this year, the defense was cold. Defense was cold. What did I do? I press
This is
L2
his first trip to the line tonight.
and develop a post fadeaway. That way you don't always get the ball from me, but still, you know, if I play CP3, if I play certain players on here, especially in Superstar or Hall of Fame mode, they're gonna be able to pick away from you. Players don't steal the ball like that clean all the time. I mean, y'all have them. I've seen it. This is not an exaggeration. You can ask people in the community that has happened to them like that too. Seen the computer just rip the ball from me in multiple drives to the point where you have 11 turnovers.
And that one goes
Now
up.
I can win the
Two for
game
five
with
that
11 turnovers, but I'd rather not cough up the ball that many times.
Down in the second quarter, they're 3 and 3 on 3-pointers.
Like yeah, I think I want to squeeze the orange to a certain extent. Like I don't want to lose the ball. I want more opportunities on offense.
Here's Ingram.
Okay, so you just gave it to him. You just gave him the block because you just laid it up right in front of him. What's wrong with you, man?
He kicks to Mirotic. And there's the pass to
You gotta be kidding me. Move.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
A tough start.
I mean, y'all gotta tail back on that seriously though, especially when you only making 1% per game.
Now, here is Starks. He's guarded
Like
close.
that's legit what it's come down to. 1% when you get into the 90s,
43% for the game.
and it's barely that at times.
Down, down low.
1% per game.
And it's Brown.
My career game.
Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they
You definitely ain't getting that in
the
park.
second quarter. Now,
That's why you
here's
can
Starks.
legit go on
He's guarded
people's
closely. 12 feet away.
bios
Starks has got 51.
and look how many park games they have, and they play 2,000 park games.
And get out of the way.
Like I know you want us to play 2K, but the reality situation is we don't play 2K all the time as much as you think we do. Some people do, according to their records. But I like Madden, I like FIFA, I like Warframe, I like if you go on my bio right now, there's like 40 something games on this PS4 alone. I have an Xbox 3, I do have an Xbox 360, but I have an Xbox One also.
Giving us a lot to think about with your comments tonight.
A lot of these people that are playing games like this are like to play games.
Not even, man. I'm
You
learning,
took over the
I'm learning
broadcast.
from the best, K. Keep doing it, man.
Love you, buddy.
My dude.
That's all.
And always a special occasion to have KG with us, Doris. A guy
Come on,
who really
pass it, just
brings
pass
us
it.
every time we
That's
see
what the
him.
badge is for.
Well, his enthusiasm is contagious. This guy is a leader on and off the court. There's a vibrancy, a joy that he brings that was key to his success.
That's another
as a
thing.
player.
Overall movement.
How
Why
fun is
why
a
players don't
broadcaster?
move around in this game? Especially in the era of pace and space. Now, don't get me wrong. Not everybody paces and spaces. The Warriors do it the best. Toronto actually moves the ball very well. Coach Bud has done a good job with Milwaukee with that too, but they didn't move it around effectively enough against Toronto in these last couple of games. Of course, Spurs, pace and pace. I think that's what they were trying to do with my team, Chicago, but yeah, the roster doesn't.
And the first one.
Markin and Levine are pretty good at that type of stuff. Lopez, certain players on there. Chris Dunn, that's been a disappointment. Not so much in Chicago. Definitely in Minnesota. That's why he got traded to us. but
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
it's ridiculous.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by
That's
accident.
why I wouldn't mind getting a Kobe White in that situation.
Back to Starks.
Y'all think y'all slick, man.
Shoots over Brown.
Wow, that is not the timing I had on that shot, but whatever.
Well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And so it's the
Yeah, botch it up, because every time you try to do something, that's not even the shot I was trying to take.
Close out the quarter, and they're winning
So the rhythm was different, so it threw me off.
And now let's catch up with David
Like,
Aldridge, who's standing
at
by
that point, it was
from
more
the
like a
sideline.
post fadeaway, as far as rhythm was.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by
It was a whole lot faster than I thought it was going to be.
Competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
But, we're trying to defend. And, we've been a little bit fortunate through the missing shots. But, more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Gotta make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Yeah, I definitely got to go back up a level at this point. Amazon just be trying to pitch you everything. They don't even know what you want at this point. They just be throwing stuff in there. They just be throwing stuff out there now. Cause some of this stuff is not even recommendations based on stuff I actually like. Got sandals on here. I think I ain't worn sandals since I was like 10.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
Like sandals, not like slides. I wear slides. I play ball, so
Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward.
ballers wear slides.
And it's Warwick.
That'd be dope. That's another way to exploit VC right there. 2K
3-point stroke there.
slides for every because Adidas has slides, Nike has slides. I'm not sure Reebok does, but if they don't, you can still make it up. Put slides for every brand you have, basically. That's all I'm saying. And then have like 12 colors.
Moving target, it has to be perfectly placed, really pretty.
And he banks in the layup. Starks has got 55.
Should I just go for 100?
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
No, I should go for like 108. Something like that. Something above that. 110. So I think I got 108 one of these games in the playoffs recently. It's either game 2 or 3.
On the wing, Mitchell.
3 ball.
And Utah, another 3.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
We definitely dominating teams now because I can get them to do what I want them to do. And they're making the shots too. I'm glad Marcus Young has not elevated to the rating that I have, especially since Corey Harris on this game is like 90, 98 now. Kind of cheeses that. You're winning championships. This nigga becomes the best player in the world. Like, how you become LeBron with no rings? So universally, Corey Harris on my game would be, if it was real life, would be the best player in the world, but he has no rings. I'm legit the best player in the world because I'm dragging not dragging most of my teams, but based on the ridiculous numbers I have, I'm literally bringing my teams to championships. And because my rating's lower, I'm not the best player in the world, basically.
Here's Starks, and that one goes long. Boston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
I've actually played different teams though each finals, which is actually a breath of fresh air for me. When I was in Orlando my rookie year, I played Houston. Thank you.
You love that.
You can't let Simmons get going.
See, I can share.
His confidence just soars.
Well, it's obvious I can share if I have 13 assists.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay.
I just need y'all to shoot it when I want you to shoot it.
At the rim.
Because it doesn't mean no good not to get an assist in that situation.
Hayward hands it from downtown.
Especially when 2K have you holding the ball sometimes. They just be standing in the goal holding the ball. I saw YG. YG was playing NBA Live.
And it falls over the rim and in.
And this mug, I think he called for the ball or something like that. And Ingles stood in the paint.
Brown dishes to Irving.
Like, it was some stupid glitch that NBA Live had, and Ingles was sitting, just standing in the paint and would not do anything at all. Like, normally they, like, twisting, turning, like they having a problem with, like, trying to post up and stuff like that. Nah, he just stood there.
They barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
And I'm like, come on, man.
Boston's gotten the free
You
ball.
got Doris. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got Doris Burke talking through this whole thing. She may not have wanted FaceTime, or she may have wanted more money for the FaceTime. Same thing with Charles Barkley. Really wish. Why'd you make that pass, nigga? Really wish they would have her on here, though. Have just different people interview. You got a whole TNT cast. Have different people interview you at that time. Don't just make it David Aldridge and stuff like that. Mix it up.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3
Oh,
in a row.
one of my friends said this. That would be dope. Players only. You got interviewed by Dennis Scott. See, that's where you can. That's another reason why you can put more voiceover for the actor that's playing your My Career guy. That'd be dope to have a players only also. And it only would have to be every now and then. You have the stupid little icons where you have the where you have these games that are supposed to be so-called TV games, and it legit means nothing because it's just a little icon on your schedule, and it has nothing to do with anything. If you make it players, if you make that players only, or you make it specifically where somebody's, interviewing that certain game or whatever, it'd be dope. Kristen Lalo, like all these people, like that's on there, like live, same thing. You got this ESPN cast that you can work with. It don't just have to be like.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the
Like have these people on there, have some FaceTime with these guys.
Points per game. Such a great player. Free throw good. Starks. Marcus Morris is checked in for Mirotic. And both free throws good for Starks. And it's Irving with the ball for the Celtics.
You need more player interaction too. After the game, I should be. Especially since my career, don't have Donovan Mitchell talking somebody down after they lost. Have me. I'm the player. Especially if I'm actually leading the team. Like most of it. I mean, you ain't got no choice with some of the cheese that y'all do anyways. Most of us are leading our teams to these things. Nice. Bailed me out on that one. I just wanted to pass the ball, and I forced the pass, and I shouldn't have forced the pass in that situation. Come on, let's go. Sometimes y'all do that crap. The reason why I'm making that face is like, that wasn't no pick. I could have got around that.
Basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
You let Kyrie just do whatever he wanted to in that situation, then all of a sudden Morris was able to just pick me out of nowhere. It's like, no, nigga. Pretty sure I can go around him. I'm not saying I'm unpickable. I'm just saying that wasn't a pick in that situation.
Down low, changes up, and it's good on the way up.
At least you saw what I saw. Because I was definitely calling for the ball at that point. Because I'm like, bro.
This guy, as an interior scorer, is a force.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third.
16. Let's go.
Outside Irving.
What's up?
Back to Hayward. On the wing, Morris.
That's all. Let's go. Are you serious?
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Boston, they have made 7 out of 9 when they step.
Yeah, y'all gotta cut this anomaly stuff out too. What I mean by that is stepping out of bounds, the getting blocked, and
He's good on the second.
it going right back to the player. Like, don't get me wrong, this is the only time that benefits
He's
us,
gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far.
the actual person that's playing the game.
A shot by
That would be the,
Starks, no good.
unlike bump steals doesn't actually, don't always benefit us.
Irving kicks to Morris.
Or some of the blow-bys don't benefit us. Well, definitely not this season. It's 2K18. It benefit us because that's all we were blowing by everybody.
Wide right, gets off the rim. Boston's gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down.
Oh, come
since
on.
halftime. They're lighting it up here.
I think if you're spamming, you should be rewarded with a foul, opposed to me pressing square and getting blowed by almost every time. I played somebody on the one-on-one courts because I really just wanted to get 0.2% to get myself up to like 96% at that point.
Everything is going his way right now.
And I couldn't even get 0.2% because y'all got me when I anticipate a steal and a reach for it, it just solely becomes a reach, and he just was able to go by me, and I'm like, yeah, that's not being able to allow me to play defense effectively. You mean to tell me I just have to follow along? You can't even follow along on the game 2K because of how your crappy y'all servers are. And then he was bigger than me. I'm like, I was like, probably should. I don't mind taking the L. That's the thing. That's the difference between me. If I'm playing like against people, I don't care about taking the L at that point. But it's about being able to effectively play the game at the same time. Like, you can't lose games just because what you call it. And they probably should have matchmaking 1-on-1. Just saying, if you got a big man, it's gonna be harder to beat a big man when you're a guard on the game, because you can't exploit them like you would in well, one reason you can exploit them because you're playing 5-on-5, but you can't exploit them like you would on my career. Because the contact don't come out wicked when you're a slasher and stuff like that.
Here's Starks. Good, he hits again. And this game has his name written all over it.
Honestly, if your servers were better, though, you could do, well, both players could do what they needed to do in those situations, play a lot more effectively.
Markkanen pulls it in.
Come on.
Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Starks
Come on,
outside.
Sharp. That's what we're doing today.
Pass to Markkanen.
Wow, Markkanen, you don't listen, do you?
Utah needs to get off a shot here. Here's Sharp. Off target from 3-point range.
Wasn't trying to get it short. I was trying to get it back to Markkanen and make him shoot. When I tell you to shoot, nigga, shoot.
Ingram's checked in.
What's wrong with y'all? It's the whole purpose of having the badge. I don't care if you felt like you needed to pass the ball. All y'all niggas is just standing around anyways. It wasn't like you running no offense. Granted, I was too, because I was just dribbling.
He's obviously still
But at least I actually make a definitive decision a lot of times when I'm about to do something. If I'm dribbling,
Nice pass, great catch.
at that point I was just playing around. But But normally I'm just going to the basket, or I'm post fade away, or I'm looking for an open man to cut.
1:15 left in the third quarter.
Y'all niggas just stand around the perimeter. Like, what the heck?
Rebound.
Rebound.
Utah
That's
has gone
7.
2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the
come
third
on.
quarter. Back to Starks.
So nobody was going to cut.
To the inside. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by
That's what I'm
Starks.
saying.
That's now
When the lane's that wide open, why is the computer not moving there? I mean, obviously I could do it, but if I'm looking to pass, I'd rather just go ahead and try to exploit that situation. The lane's open, go to the lane.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Tatum gets to Yabusele.
Yabusele.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, picking up where he left off, his second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Starks against Irving. And the basket by Starks.
Their interior.
That's 69 and 17 and 7 rebounds.
It has got to tighten up.
Come on, that's a steal.
And here's Irving. He's got 25.
It makes no sense to do what you're doing right now. But they do it all the time. And it doesn't end up that way all the time either. Even in the video game, it don't end up all the time like that. Don't waste time on the clock. I couldn't coach y'all. I couldn't coach players. Like, I could. I'm saying, like, I would not coach y'all that way. You would not be wasting 24 seconds on the shot clock. That's one thing that aggravates me when I'm watching basketball in general. You're not wasting 24 seconds. In college, you're not wasting 30 seconds. We're going to get up to the half court. We're going to run our offense, and we're going to attack the basket. And we're going to use the clock to our ability. So we're not going to ISO the ball. and take bad jump shots. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why Houston lost. There'll be at times where they're going inside and outside, they're attacking the basket, they're hitting their threes and stuff like that. Okay, what happens when you're not hitting your threes? Do you know what you need to do? No, you don't. Because you stand out there, Harden stands out there, and I saw him back up at one play. Back up all the way up to where this line right here. The hash. Like, really? That's what we doing out here?
Here's Simon. Utah with the rebound.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively.
What do you gain from backing up in that situation? You gain nothing, and then you miss the shot anyways. It's a tougher shot because you had to come back forward to the 3-point line. You didn't move the ball around at all. One thing you should be learning that what's been working for Golden State is, yes, the threes have been working for Golden State, but you don't have Curry, you don't have Clay. James Harden can hit threes, I understand that, but you're still not Curry, you're not Clay. But the reason why they're able to hit those threes effectively also is, for one reason, half the league doesn't play defense. The other reason is they're spacing and pacing. That means you move the ball around. When you play ISO the more than you move the ball around, you're not going to hit your shots effectively because you can't shoot it in rhythm. ISO is not shooting shot in rhythm. When you're doing that, you're just making it worse on yourself, basically.
And Starks is subbed in for Simmons.
Okay, I have 8 rebounds. Can I get 2 more rebounds, 2K? In 2 minutes. How many steals I got? 2.
Irving with the ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Inside, McDaniel. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Nice little dish. Let's go.
Becomes a big factor when he's in the low box.
Here's Here's Starks, and another one falls.
That's disrespectful.
71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The
That is
defense
disrespectful.
Right now looks helpless.
Like, you have no business
Starks against Irving.
doing that to people. I mean, it's inexcusable.
Starks with the
Type of
steal.
person you
And
are.
it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession.
Like, you have no concern for anybody else's life. You're over here damaging people's life. You realize that a poster is for a lifetime. You're out here just Prodigy Starks. You're out here just giving out posters left and right.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's 5,
That's
man.
gonna be on Kyrie Irving.
That's 5 fouls, Kyrie. Should just let me dunk on him.
Free throw good. Starks.
Wow.
Second free throw, no good. Boston shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Irving again Starks. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And wow, that's the end of an epic journey taken by both these teams in unbelievable fashion. Get the NBA title rings ready, folks, for Utah.
This was a team performing to its...
Yeah, this is for you, Karl Malone. This is for you, John Stockton.
Hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon
I'm the Jordan,
on the other
but I'm
side,
on Utah.
one that I think most
I'm the mini Wilt. The mini Wilt of the NBA.
Boy, what a tremendous display of offensive firepower.
The George
It mattered
Gervin.
not the size,
The David
type of
Thompson.
defender they put on him. He made easy work of it.
Look them up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Prolific scorers of the NBA. Historically prolific scorers.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
What's incredible to me is
Because they get caught up in the KDs. I like KD. I like Harden. I like the direction the NBA is going in. I like a lot of players in this league. But we can't forget about the people who did it before, y'all. It's just a reality situation. And my dad tells me about all these guys, and I watch a lot of highlights and basketball documentaries. I'm a fanatic. I'm a sports fanatic. Mostly basketball and football.
And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Irving.
Hey guys, you gotta ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right, frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's exactly what I'm talking about, though. You go for a steal and you whiz by people, like, that don't happen all the time, 2K.
Well, you can see how
Yeah, I cut that out.
Hayward can be when he's on his game.
I try to go at Hayward.
Exceptional.
It doesn't mean I have to whiz by and get off of my assignment.
Starts against Irving. Right block shot. And Utah again.
I'm bullying you in the paint, Irving. Dang, it's almost 8. I almost got 80 points there.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
It's tipped. Starks with the steal. Good. That's another bucket. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now.
So disrespectful. One of the players we want to fight at the end of the game. He's shooting at that. You're supposed to hold the ball. I don't care, man. I'll be trying to shoot until the clock run out.
Defining moment. This is it. They have played so well together. They deserve every ounce of this NBA
That's dope.
championship moment.
Well, I'm about to. I like that. I like that little video of that.
And on into the playoffs. What a joy. I mean, there is no better champion the league could have asked for.
And a pleasure here at 2K Sports to be with you all season long. Good night, everyone.
Bye, y'all. That's probably the only 3 I made. Oh my God, so many post fadeaways. Oh. That's another 3 it looks like. Or at least a long 2. Teardropper. Filet. And there we go again. Holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy for the 4th time. Prodigy Starks. Ben Simmons. MVP. MVP. See what I'm saying? Almost 50,000 points and went up 1%. And won a championship game. 2K, you don't get more incentive for doing that? I'm just saying. I also think we should have more press conferences, but whatever. Skippable. Just make them skippable. Always got to make them skippable. Matter of fact, when you go in practice and they have the random practice, that conversation that happens before we do the drills, skippable. I don't understand why y'all don't understand everything needs to be skippable as far as cutscenes. People like to watch cutscenes, but don't like to continue to watch the same kind of cutscenes. So when you go to practice, and it don't be every time you go to practice. They don't have, the coaches don't call you over to do drills, but that conversation should be skippable. Just going right into the drills. Hold X, we can move on. Hold A, we can move on. It's like, come on, guys. Oh yeah, I need to look at the roster on this one. Check the what you call it first. So I don't know. I put Corey Harris on there too, but Corey Harris locked him up, and they wouldn't allow me. See, y'all have to fix stuff like that too, little mechanical stuff like that. If they sign a contract, then obviously I have another person that I can go for free agency. It's like, come on, guys. But whatever. We'll see if somehow, some way, Corey Harris ends up on my team, or he doesn't, or whatever. But that was the 3rd person. I'm expecting Michael Porter Jr. and possibly Mobama for that. Okay, nothing crazy. Too crazy. I don't know what you call it. Guess we go ahead and end the season, so we can go ahead and see the accolades that I had, the MVPs and the whatnots. Yep, Prodigy Starks MVP, 82 games, 72.8, 5.7 rebounds, 12.8. So I led in minutes, points, assists, and steals this season. Rookie of the Year, D.D. Westbrook. No, Daryl Westbrook. And it was 82 games, 13.2 points, 6.7 rebounds, 1 point. Dang, that's all it took to win Rookie of the Year for you? Man, I dropped like 50 points by Rookie of the Year. Whatever. Anyways, 6th man of the year, Vince Hunter, 80 games, 10.6 points, 10.10 rebounds. Now that's 6th man of the year. You get 10 and 10, especially rebounds. Sheesh. And 3.4 assists. Man, that's pretty decent. Defensive player of the year, Prodigy Starks, 82 games, 4 points, 3 steals, 5.7 Rebounds. Wish I had a little bit more rebounds, but I got Rudy Gobert and Ben Simmons on my team, and Montreal Harrell, and I got rebounders, so whatever. 1.9 blocks. Most improved player of the year, Michael Porter Jr., 82 games, 18.5. 6 rebounds, 1.6 assists. Coach of the year, Quinn Snyder, 81 wins and 1 loss. I dropped 50 points that game before halftime, and 2K wouldn't let me live against the Lakers. I went on a drought the second half. That's how I lost that game. And you know, if you go on a drought, nobody else can play either, apparently. No one else steps to the plate on 2K. So, because my career is all about you all of a sudden. It only works in 2K's favor for that situation. It's like, well, it's your career, so like, yeah, okay, screw you, 2K. First team all NBA first team. Prodigy Stars, Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins. Second team, James Harden, Marcus Young, Giannis, Kawhi, and Joel Embiid. Third team, Corey Harris, Steph Curry. Anyways, Ben Simmons, Marvin Bagley, Cat. All defensive first team. Prodigy Stars, Corey Harris. That'd be cool. It's a cool backcourt. Kawhi Leonard. Y'all ain't scoring no points. 1, 2, 3, and Giannis, and then Rudy Gobert. Whew. That's tough. It's tough. And I'm like the weak link in that situation because I can control my player, and 2K don't let you play serviceable defense like that. But whatever. Everybody else will literally dominate because they're being run about the computer. Second team, all defense second team. DeJounte Murray, Marcus Young, Jaren Jackson, Draymond. That's tough too. You ain't scoring on them either. All rookie first team. Darryl, Westbrook, Irvin Cooper. None of these guys were that good. And none of these guys are real names either, so I don't even know what I'm reading about. Second team. Finals MVP, 4 games, 87. God, dog, how you average 87? I guess when you drop 100 game and 100 game, I guess that's how that helps. 7.2 rebounds. So the rebounds went up. And 18 point. I was just passing. I have the record for the most assists in the playoffs now because of that 28. Surpassed John Stock. Well, I surpassed myself because I had about 25, 26 before that. So from a previous season. So whatever. NBA champions, Utah Jazz. Now time to go look at this roster. See if they actually added. I mean, this year they've been really good at adding your players. They give you whoever you want in free agency, so I don't know how that works when somebody already signs their team though, so and they don't allow you to add a third player for some reason. Come on, 2K. Take it too long. I never thought in 2019 we would have to wait for our games to load. I'm serious. I've been playing games since I was like 6. Since like 90 something. I never thought in 2003. Like early 90s. Been playing video games. Sega, Genesis, first console I had. And those really weren't, but they were loading, but not like that. When we got into the really loading stages was at PlayStation 1. And I feel like I'm playing PlayStation 1 a lot of times when it comes to stuff. I understand you got a lot of stuff on these games, but dang, y'all can't load this faster now? Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. NBA team. My minutes. Of course, Prodigy's back. Donovan Mitchell's back. Jimmy back. Ben, Rudy. So got Brandon Ingram's back. We got Mo Bamba playing. So me and Mo Bamba's back. Michael Porter Jr. So we did get him. Laurie Marketing is back. Montrell Harrell's back. Nigel Hayes. Alright, nope. No Corey Harris. I didn't think so, but because he signed his extension. I just wanted to do that just to bulk up my team ridiculously. When I realized he was on the free agency board, I was like, screw that. LeBron, yeah, let me go to contracts. I'm not signing LeBron. I'm just gonna let you know that. The goal right now, especially since Kobe's not in the league anymore, the goal is to never ever let LeBron or Curry get any championships again. Because they have multiple championships. I have nothing against Curry or LeBron. I did have something against Kobe because he was a Laker, and I didn't really like Kobe like that, all the way like that. Like, I respect his game, I respect what he done for the league and stuff like that, but as far as this is one of the players I didn't like growing up. But phenomenal player. Love watching him play. Love watching the highlights. In a weird way, love him more as a retired player than I ever did as an actual player. So, whatever. Funny how life goes. KD. That'd be a nice pickup, though, if I want to. Here again, KD has multiple rings. Oh, we'll go for Marcus Young. We'll definitely do that. I didn't realize Marcus, yeah. Because you need me at this point. I have 4 rings. You have 9. So why not? Porzingis. Alright. Porzingis, he got a player option, though. Oh, well, you can opt out. That's different. Oh, Embiid. Definitely should go for Embiid, even though I got Rudy. Just bulk up. I got Rudy locked up till a crazy amount anyways. DeAndre Jordan, Capella, DeJounte Murray, Kevin Love, Jamal Murray, Kemba, Middleton, Parker. Let me go back to what you call it. Let's see what's called locked up. Jimmy's locked up. Jesus Christ, Jimmy gonna make 47. I mean, considering you got, what, 3 rings, I guess that's because Jimmy won when I got my 2nd ring. So I won by myself at Utah with Mo Bamba, actually. Yeah, you got 27. Everybody get paid more than me. Look at that, 26. I had 2K. That's another thing you need to do. Supermax. Has nothing to do with VC, guys. That's what you have to get out of your head when you put these numbers on the board. It's just cosmetic. So I should legit I have 30 million after winning a championship on my rookie year, but that's besides the point. But I'm just saying, like, just it's just optics. It's just cosmetic optics. That's all it is. That shouldn't have 26. It has nothing to do with the actual VC contract that y'all made up or whatever. It should just legit be. But yeah, if I get first team, because Kemba's he can get. They said Bleacher Report said he can get 221 million if he stays with what you call it with the Hornets. And if he doesn't, he can lose almost up to 80 million signing somewhere else. He'll be walking away from 80 million extra. All I'm saying is, like, technically when I left Orlando, they couldn't supermax me because I left. And plus, I don't have any bird years, but I left. And you don't. But first team, I could have got extra money for that. That's all I'm saying. 2K. If it's happening in real life, it needs to happen in the game. Like that. Just saying. The optics matter too. Rudy. Okay, Ben. Well, Ben might be going away. in a couple of seasons. Ingram's contract. Porter got 27. I was just giving the computer out these nice contracts. I got 26, 26, 26, 26 for 4 years. Okay, let me go back to influence and see who else I'm gonna pick out. Well, we'll go KP in there. We'll go KP and Joel. Why not? They probably lock back up anyways. Oh, and this bike, it never gets old for me. Especially when you spend almost 140 VC to get the speed and all that other crap on there too. It's actually 125 VC, and then you top speed and acceleration is like 5,000, and then the colors and all that other crap is like 1,000 VC for each of those. But yeah, this is the end of my broadcast. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Prodigy Starks. The channel is AyoKid2306. We back like cook crack. Boom. I'm out.